What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to In My Lane TV. And this time, I'm going to be talking about my first time watching Karate Kid. That's right. First time watching Karate Kid, talking about 1984, the one that came out 4 years before I even hit this earth. I had never seen a Karate Kid movie. The only Karate Kid movie I've seen is the remake that they did with Jackie Chan. So obviously, Karate Kid Legends, is coming out. It's out now this weekend. I saw the trailer and it looked dope. Like I saw they brought Jackie Chan. They got Ralph Macchio, who I do know was in the original films. And I feel like I need to catch up. I was like, okay, I need to at least start watching these films. So I'm trying to cram in all these movies before I go see Legends or Karate Kid Legends this weekend. So last night, I watched the first Karate Kid, 1984, and I'm just gonna give like a little brief, full review of that film. Right off the top, I can tell you that the Karate Kid, I did enjoy the movie. Yes, it's cheesy, but I expected a lot of cheesiness. You know what I'm saying? We are talking about the 80s. But honestly, I like the film. The film, if you don't know, stars Ralph Macchio, um, Pat, I'm gonna butcher his last name. It's Pat, the guy who plays Mr. Miyagi. I'm sorry, I don't even want to attempt his last name. And then I was surprised to see Elizabeth Shue is also in this. Elizabeth Shue, she's a great actress. She's been in a few films. She's maybe not a name that you know, but again, she's one of those faces where you like, wait a minute, that's old girl. That's old girl. So it was kind of cool seeing her in this. That was a nice little surprise. And honestly, right away, it was very obvious that this film was the exact same. Well, I was gonna say the same as the remake. The remake they did with Jackie Chan and Jayden Smith, that was just basically like a carbon copy of the first one. Like I did like that movie, and I still do like it, but there was just nothing original in that movie whatsoever. They just basically copied the entire story and just put him in Japan, I think it was. The only thing that I would say the remake did better than the original was just have better fight choreography, because obviously, again, the 80s, the fight choreography in the Karate Kid movie is like, yikes. But other than that, I enjoyed this film. I thought Ralph Macchio has surprising charisma. I don't know how young he's playing a high school student. I don't know how young he was when he actually did this movie, but he had a lot of charisma, a lot of great chemistry with the Mr. Miyagi character. So let's get started with basically what happens in this movie if you have not seen it yet. Also, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, In My Lane TV, doing trailer reviews, full breakdowns, all that. So let's get into it. The movie actually starts off with Ralph Macchio's character Danny with his mother. They're on their way from Jersey. They're on a road trip to California because she's relocating. That's a big move. I drove from my mom drove us from Ohio all the way to California, so I know what that's like. They're on their way to a road trip. He's not excited about it at all. He doesn't want to leave Jersey, and she's selling him on this California dream, the California dream that so many people believe in. And it was pretty funny because she's like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. There's palm trees. There's a pool. They staying in Van Nuys." Well, it wasn't really Van Nuys. It was Reseda. But right away when I saw it, I was like, "I know this is the Valley." Even though it's the 80s, you can't hide that Valley look. But I did when I first moved to California. We did stay in Encino, but then we moved to Reseda. So right away, I was like, "This is so relatable already." Because Reseda is not what you would think of when you think of California, coming from the Midwest or the East Coast. So, he's pretty disappointed when he gets there. Um, and again, like I said, I was like, I can relate to this. I moved out here like 16 years ago, and that's what it was like. Also, I first went to Hollywood. When we first hit California, I was like, let's go to Hollywood Boulevard. It was not what I expected at all. I'll just say that. Anyway, as he's disappointed with his move, he goes to school. He meets Elizabeth Shue's character, at a beach, and right away, they have a crush on each other. You can see that. I'm like, oh, look at this, little young people in a crush. But then we have the bullies that come in. They're coming in on their little like dirt bikes, motorcycles, whatever. And right away, I'm like, douchebag alert. So this is where the bullying starts. He I guess Elizabeth Shue's character used to date one of the bullies, and a little scuffle happens between him and Danny or Danielson. And then the more he gets bullied, he goes to Mr. Miyagi, who is the maintenance man. Again, the remake did the exact same thing with Jackie Chan's character. He's the maintenance man. He goes there, he starts learning karate so that he can learn to defend himself. I mean, the remake even copied where they he finds out that the bullies are at a dojo. You know, Danny goes to a dojo to learn some karate, and he sees the bullies there. They did the exact same thing in the remake. Again, I do like the remake still, but I'm like, damn, y'all couldn't have been somewhat original. You just copied everything the original movie did. But he goes to the studio, and this is where I was like, damn, wait, hold up. Because I saw they had the little cobras on the back of their gis, and I was like, Cobra Kai. Do I have to watch the show too to be caught up? I don't know. Because again, Karate Kid Legends, I know they're merging the Karate Kid universes. Sounds weird that they have a universe for that too. But I know Cobra Kai, I think, is on its second season. I didn't even know that was part of the Karate Kid universe. So I saw that in the movie, and I was like, dang, well, I'm not gonna watch that before I see the movie. So I'm just gonna have to be lost. If there's anything in that show that y'all feel like I need to know before going seeing the movie, just drop a comment and let me know. Anyway, he studies with Mr. Miyagi, and this is the one part everybody knows: wax on, wax off. He's teaching him a bunch of stuff that doesn't seem like it pertains to karate at all, but we all know that it does. So the more he learns, he's got him painting the house. All of this is kung fu. It's karate, and by the time he puts it all together, Daniel's son learns some karate. He's got to enter the tournament to beat the bullies one by one. Again, very simple story. He ends up fighting all his bullies, and then he gets to the main bully in the championship round, and he wins, and the movie's over. that's literally the movie. I will say I was surprised by the runtime of this movie. It was 2 hours and 7 minutes, which honestly, it seemed way too long for this movie, for the premise of the film. For it being over 2 hours, I didn't think that was necessary. I'm like, this is really like a 90-minute movie. There was some stuff I didn't feel like we needed to see. Looking back, I don't know what I would have cut, maybe some of the stuff with him and the girl, and him dating her and stuff like that. But I don't know. It still was important. The movie just seemed too long to me. I liked it, but I'm like, really, this is a 90-minute movie, maybe hour 40 at tops. But again, I did enjoy it. I thought the strong points were the actors. Again, Ralph Macchio, really great, almost that stage presence, camera presence, good chemistry with Mr. Miyagi's character. Elizabeth Shue was great. The fight choreography was cheesy, but I didn't knock it because I knew it was the 80s. Like, obviously, I was very underwhelmed by the fight scenes. Other than that, I thought it was a good movie. Let me know if you have seen Karate Kid. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm in the middle of the second one right now. I might watch part 3, but I don't know if I have time for it. I just want to see Karate Kid Legacy, but I'm trying to not be lost when I go see that film. Anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know what you thought about Karate Kid. Do you plan on seeing Karate Kid Legacy? Are you looking forward to that film? Yes or no? Let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know what y'all feeling. And like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, we'll be back.